I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Cooking and Tailgating with Joe Boo. I'm actually trying a wireless microphone here. I actually messed up the first one. Got a second one, so let me know how it's working, if it's working good or not, and so on. Today, I'm going to do using some of the stuff that I've cooked before. If you've been watching my cooking shows, I did like the keto pizza with the portobello mushrooms. I made the sauce, which is actually some right here. Yeah, I've got some sauce right here. And what we're going to do is, what's up, Sensei TV? How you doing? What we're going to do is we're going to do like a stuffed shell using Angelica Barone, using zucchini. So if you like pasta, pasta you can't do because it's full of carbs. This is actually a really good substitute. And the thing that I have actually found is using the zucchini, and if you do the spiral cutter, it's got more flavor and taste to it. Lola, what's up, Miss Hot Sauce? It's actually got more flavor to it than regular pasta. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my zucchini, and I have a peeler, but this one is not just a regular peeler. You can see that this one is kind of serrated, and what it does is it gives it like a fancy look to it. So let me show you what I mean by this. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the ends off of this zucchini, and then we're going to peel it like you would, but you're just going to keep on going through. And what you're going to get, let me show you, is you're going to get zucchini. I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually got little ridges in it, okay? It's ribbed for better taste. And what we're going to do is we're going to make like a lasagna or a stuffed shell cheese, and we're going to take 2 pieces of this and we're going to roll it up inside of this and bake it with some tomato sauce. This is actually a very, very easy meal to do that is very, very tasty. And since I made the sauce and it's in the freezer, just thaw out the sauce, get some noodles, get some zucchini here, and you can very easily make a great pasta-like dish. So this is where it's good. Now look at that. See, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my oven going because I want to get it actually hot. And this is a convection oven, so it actually cooks faster. Lola, what's going on? Aisha Robinson, how you doing? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make our cheese. You know I'm cheesy, okay? So what I'm going to do, I got some ricotta cheese here. Now, here's a good thing about ricotta cheese. Check this out. A 1/4 cup is a serving size, right? 4 grams of carbs. It does have 3 grams of sugar. It's a lot of sugar, but still not bad. Our Parmesan cheese, carbs, 0 carbs, 9 grams of protein, great. And of course we have our mozzarella cheese, 1 gram of carbs. So we can put lots of cheese on here. And we made our sauce, which has no sugar in it. This is homemade, so it's good and fresh, and it's good for us. Yummy. Oh, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get this stuff made. I'm going to take a good portion of this ricotta cheese. Bam, right there. Lots of mozzarella cheese. Lots of mozzarella. And my Parmesan cheese. This is cheesy. We're getting cheesy here. And this is where I can't wait. You know what? Shout out. We got 3 more new subscribers to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I can't wait till we get up to 1,000 so that way I can have the camera up here. Or I think if I actually hook this up to my computer, but I got computers everywhere and I don't have an extra one right now. If I do that, I think I might be able to do that. Can never get enough cheese. See, Angelica Barone, you're cheesy. We're going to get some Italian seasoning in here. Put a little bit of that in there. And I like some parsley in with my cheese because I'm cheesy. Now, You can do this. This is actually one of those recipes where you can do it as the shells, or you could actually do it as lasagna. You can end up using the same zucchini and mixing that up. I mean, excuse me, doing layers like you would for lasagna. The only bad thing about that is it gets very, very wet, and so you'll end up having a lot of water that comes off of the zucchini that way when you do it as lasagna. But it's really good. It's tasty. So I'm going to take and I'm going to fold my cheeses, because I'm cheesy, and get it mixed up. The reason you put the egg in it, of course, because the egg is keto, but it actually acts like glue. It helps to bind it all together. And then the cheeses will melt, and then you, of course, have all that great cheesiness in there. Mmm. Has my favorite troll shown up yet? I'm going to put some more mozzarella in this because it's a little too wet with that egg. Like you said, can never have enough cheese. And put a little bit of pepper. And that's our cheese blend. Doesn't that look good? What's on the menu? We're going to actually do stuffed shells where we're using zucchini as our shells. I'm going to get some more of these going here. All right, we're going to get ourselves a spoon. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, get over here. What are y'all doing? Get over here. All right, I'm going to get a piece of this. I'm going to get a spoonful of cheese in here. Okay. We're going to go over that way. Then we're going to get another one. And we're going to go over it this way. Bam. Okay. Did you see that? Gonna go ahead and just roll it up that way. Get another piece. And we fold that sucker back up just like that. Boom. I may have a lot more cheese than I need here. And I think I can actually freeze this and save it for another day. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Now, you know what was funny, guys? Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Yesterday, my favorite troll was in here, and it was funny because he said, my wife married a handyman and a cook. And my thought was, yeah, and? Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of women out there that would like a man who can fix shit and knows how to cook. Am I wrong on that one? Hell, I might actually be in demand. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those. Aren't those cute? Oh my God, Lola. Seriously. I don't understand how he got some real issues. But you know what? It takes all kinds to make the world go round. Now, see, if this was like a, network television show, they would have already had one of these in the oven cooking, and they would be done. But of course, this is broke-ass media where you got to sit through and watch me do the whole thing because this is broke-ass media, and you got to sit here and watch me go through the whole thing. Sometimes I cook so much stuff, I forget about some of the things that I've cooked in the past. And it's like, oh, yeah, I remember. I did this before and that before. And this is one of the first things I did the first time I was on keto, trying to find a substitute for like lasagna and things because I love pasta. And keto-wise, this is good for you. Twinsky, my condolences. What I miss? I saw it. Wait a minute. What happened to Twinkie? What's up, Cali, California? I know this is a cooking channel, but my Washington had over 30 million in cap after Son and Carson. We only have after Son and Carson. You only have 5. Wow. You mean you have to pay 25 million? Wow. I got to look at that. Damn. So now you're a broke ass with a broke ass quarterback. Damn. That's sad. Now, I have to get back on track because I've messed up on my keto. I've gotten out of ketosis, at least I was this morning. I think it's I haven't been having the consistency of cooking and eating at home and relying on other stuff, thinking that it's keto. All right, we're almost there. How long will we be? I'll probably be on keto through to the football season, and hope to be back down below 240. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and stay eating better. The problem was I lost weight last year doing keto. Thing is after I got off keto was basically fuck it, and I just ate everything. And just made a pig of myself eating fast food, junk food, ice cream sandwiches, candy. I mean, had I just said, okay, I'm just going to try and eat healthier and do a little bit of bread and stuff, I probably would have been okay, but I just went hog wild. And that, my friends, won't happen this year. I realize I've got to live longer to make sure I see the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl again. So, eating like it's 1999 can't happen. We're almost ready to put these bad boys in. 4 more and we're done. We got one more, room for one more. And the rest of the cheese I'll put in the freezer for another day. Next time I'll make lasagna. Okay. There we go. Close up of the food. There we go. Look at that. Hold it. Boom. Look at that. Those are zucchini stuffed shells. Make life easy. What we're going to do is the tomato sauce. Just going to put some of that tomato sauce right on top of it. Still a little frozen. There we go. Forgive me with my finger, but it's a tool God gave me. There we go. Get it all covered with the sauce. Looks like we got a little bit extra water in here. I'm going to pour off that extra water. A little extra water in the sauce. All right. Okay. And you know I'm cheesy. Put a little bit extra cheese on top of it. This is a cheesy dish. And I'm going to put a little bit of parsley on top. And because I'm spicy, I'm going to put a little crushed red pepper because I like a little heat. Woo! And that's it. I'm going to put this in the oven. And that's going to take probably about 15-20 minutes to cook. So we got some time here, y'all. We got some time here to clean up some of this mess. Great news today is finally had GE came out, fixed my dishwasher. So now I can actually put the dishes in the dishwasher instead of having to hand wash them. Now, I tell you what was really interesting today. The keto cookies were everywhere. Keto cookies everywhere? I don't have any, well, I've got keto chocolate. And then I have keto, I made my own keto trail mix. But the keto cookies have not been one of my favorites. I'm not too much into those. It's kind of like I'll wait for cookies on a cheat day. Tell you what was really interesting today. The guy who came over, fixed the dishwasher today. His name was Tony, which just happened to be my brother's name, Tony, the one who passed. And Tony has this whole philosophy of basically enjoying life, you know, taking time to spend with your family and stuff, and says, you know, money is important, but it's not everything. You know, he had his wife was sick. He lost some family members during COVID. The pond, actually, I tell you what, the pond's okay. The funny thing was, 2 days ago when it was 80 degrees, the fish were at the top swimming. It got cold. It's supposed to snow this weekend, so now they've gone back to hibernating. But Tony was going through and talking to him. He's 58 years old. He had knee surgery this past summer, just like me. And talking to him, the brother could talk. The brother could talk and talk and talk. And it was refreshing because it was almost like I was talking to my brother Tony, who passed. Because my brother Tony, who passed, was one of those guys that, you know, he's no rush to hurry up and work. He'd rather enjoy going fishing or crabbing and love talking and teaching and everything else. And in listening to the repairman, he was like, you're going to be my last stop for the day. I'm going to go home and spend time with the family, because that's what's important. And I was like, that sounds like me. Because, like, you know, when I do my fireside chat at night, I always say, make sure you tell someone that you love them tonight, because you might not get the chance tomorrow. And the funny thing is with my brother Tony, he's much like me with stories. Tony, who's a repairman, was here. He's like, you know, he said, I believe with that completely. He said, like this morning, he said, my wife got mad at me because she was like, you didn't tell me you love me. He said, well, I said, honey, I ate some mackerel, because he's actually on keto. That's why I was just like, wait a minute. Hold up. The guy's on keto. He lost 30 pounds on keto, and he's trying to get down to, I think he said down to 200. I was like, boy, I'd love to get down to 200, but I ain't losing 50 pounds, 54 pounds to be exact. But he said, honey, I ate some mackerel, and my breath got to smell like fish, and I don't want to kiss you like that and stuff. And she was like, kiss me anyway. So I was like, okay. It's like, yeah, this guy's a lot like me. So it was really refreshing meeting this guy and having him here. Immediately when I was done, I went to my wife and I said, Trey, I think I met my brother reincarnated. I said, the guy's name was Tony, and I said, he talked just like my brother Tony, and his philosophy is just like Tony. So that was kind of cool. Angelica, I don't blame him. I have him at a whisper. God, what? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? You having a hard time hearing me? Brother, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Justin, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Your mic, we can hear everything. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that you can't hear me. I was like, you can't, you mean I've been talking for 24 minutes and you can't hear me? Is it good, bad, or okay? Is it too loud? So if I go da 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 da, does that like hurt? Or do I need to speak up? Up or down? Up or down? Yes, I can hear you. Too scratchy. That may be because it's right here at my throat and it's getting the, you know, it's getting the, okay. You just got a notification from Fish about Anton. That's clickbait. That would be clickbait. If the Cowboys signed Antonio Brown, I would literally, and I'll check the mic because this one literally just came today. So maybe if I move it a little bit further away, let's see. See, that looks funny. That doesn't sit right. Okay, let me put it over here and see if that's better. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is that better? Is that better? Okay, so we have some time here. It looks when you were chewing, it was loud. Oh, it was loud because I was chewing and everything is right. Okay, it's right here. It's like literally picking up the throat sounds. Do you think the Broncos? How do I think they'll do with Russell Wilson? They'll definitely do better than with Drew Lock. The question I actually have is Russell Wilson still that guy? And we'll find out. RG3 is salty, and he said they fleeced. We got fleeced in trading Carson. We got him for a third-round steal. Twinkie, I don't know if it's a steal or not because, Carson Wentz is a Hall of Famer. Carson Wentz is a Hall of Famer because he's had $50 million in dead money. I don't think that there's any other player out there that has literally had $50 million in dead money. I don't think that there is. And I will say Carson Wentz has probably had more draft picks spent on him than any other player ever. I can't think of anybody who's been traded as many times as he has, as many draft picks as he's been. I mean, I think the Eagles traded 3 number ones to get him, and now you've got the Colts that traded a number one. I think there's what three threes for him. He has got more trades than any other player in history. In fact, I think I'll do a video and say Carson Wentz is a Hall of Fame player. Of course, that will get people saying, Mark's finally smoking crack now. He's finally smoking crack. Okay, is the sound better now? Is it better now? Or am I talking too loud? It may be that I need to be less excited and take it down a notch. No more bam, because that'll get you. Yes. Twinski, Mark. Twinski? Like Joe Ski? I kind of like Twinkie better. I think Twinkie is better fitting for a Washington fan. Twinkie. We're going to keep you as Twinkie, okay? Twinski. No, Twinkie. You're Twinkie, okay? I'm the name butcher. That's what I do. What? Mike's over here laughing at me. He's like, I can't believe that's my dad.
Yeah, I would take homework take 2 hours.
Wait a minute, which one?
The one you have to recut is going to take 2 hours.
You already started that one? Oh, okay. All right, cool. So the other one's done? Oh,
That's
okay.
really good. You want to see it?
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
It looks like
Oh, hell, it's all the same. Twinkie.
2 hours.
Well, let me say, Twinkie, I appreciate you coming in here because this isn't actually the football channel. This is actually me trying to get healthier. See, I don't know. Hold on. If you've been watching for a while, I still got a lot here. I'm not saying that I'm slim and trim. I am in comparison to the 15 pounds I dropped. And of course, oh, man, I like the flag. So where were the stripes, though?
There's only this stripe and this stripe. The rest of it
So
kind of dead.
this is one of our pieces that I've got to paint.
Is this the stars? And I was only like.
So I'll have to paint all that blue, do the stars white, and do red in here, and that's white.
Yeah. There's only 3 stripes that showed on the picture.
That's pretty cool.
That one actually came
Looking good. I dropped another 2 pounds. Angelica Barone. She dropped another one and another one. Shout out to you, Angelica. Hey, way to go. You put me to shame. I haven't dropped any since last week. I got to do better. I got to do better than that. Let me take a peek down here. Let's take a peek down here and see how we're looking. Okay, we got to get this hot. Let's see. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. And so you can see all the extra water that comes off of the zucchini. The moisture comes out of it. I haven't figured out how to stop that. But what I'll do is, let's see. Do I have a turkey baster? Okay. Here's what we's going to do. Let's see. I'm going to take some of that out. I'm on keto too. Shout out to you, Joseph. Callie, right here. I make the shit up as I go along. Seriously. what I do is I try to think about things that I enjoy eating and dissect it. So that way, what can I substitute for? Okay, I love, of course, potatoes. Can't do potatoes. So I was actually thinking about corned beef hash because I love corned beef hash. And I'm going to try some corned beef hash. I'm going to get some corned beef, and I'm going to end up using some cauliflower and chop it up. How long have I Twinkie? My original channel, my daughter made for me in 2012, which I think I put one video on it for the first 2 or 3 years. In 2016, in August, I had about 300 subscribers. And then when Tony Romo got hurt, I had a video that I did about Dak Prescott that was Dak Prescott would be the perfect quarterback for the Cowboys. And I did that before the draft. And so once Tony Romo got hurt, everybody's wondering, who's this guy, Dak Prescott? And so people started watching it. So by October, I had my first 1,000. Wait a minute. You started watching me when we played the Raiders. My brother was on the podcast. He came to your house with Marshall's dad. Oh, you're local. Okay. Twinkie. Well, shout out to you, Twinkie. Or Twinski. But I like Twinkie better. Well, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. How's your dad doing? Because he's a big Cowboy fan. In fact, actually, I need to talk to Jaya and Marshall's dad and find out how he likes having Carson Wentz for a quarterback. You know, at least you guys were shooting for the moon with Russell Wilson. Unfortunately, it kind of went downhill. Oh, okay. This was weird because I just heard myself because I think my wife just turned me on. Well, she always turns me on. Okay, 17 years. She's always hey. But no, she turned me on over in the room. So I started hearing myself, and I was like, "Wait a minute, somebody talking to me? Oh, that's me." But my brother-in-law. Okay, Mark, can you salt your zucchini? That probably would work. Ann, thank you, Ann. That probably would do. You're right. To salt it beforehand, it's kind of like when you do coleslaw. If you put the salt water on it for a couple hours and let it pull the moisture out. Great point, and I'm going to have to try that next time. Thank you, Ann. See, Ann, I don't have my glasses on. I can't even pronounce that last name. Salt it for 15 minutes and draws the water out of the zucchini and then blot it dry. Great idea. Bounce it out. See you later, Cowley. See you, man. You think the Colts go after Jimmy G? They ain't got too much choice. They got Jimmy G or they're going to have Deshaun Watson. All of a sudden, Deshaun Watson's the Deshaun Watson people I'm sure really are now looking at his value has gone through the roof because there ain't much else out there. You know, we heard Washington was interested in Jameis Winston, and they ended up getting, of course, Carson Wentz, trading for him. I know they said they would be interested in Carson Wentz if he was released, but I think they started getting desperate and worrying that they weren't going to get somebody and figured the only way they're going to get somebody to come in is to be basically kidnapped. Okay? Nobody's going to go to Washington to sign a contract of their own free will. That's why they had to trade for him. Facts of facts. I'd rather have Wentz over Jimmy. Contract is way too much. Well, if you're telling me that's $25 million for Carson Wentz, that's still quite a bit for him. I mean, damn, that guy is leaving scorched earth behind him between the Eagles and the Colts and everything else. And we know the problem for Washington is it's where quarterbacks' careers go to die. Nobody gets out of Washington alive. Nobody, if you're a quarterback. So, Carson Wentz, this might be the last ride, bro. This might be the last ride. We're getting there. But, yeah, we got a lot of moisture on the shells. But cheese is browning up on it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna have a seat in here since we're just talking while we're waiting for that to cook. And I'm gonna get me a glass of water. All right, got me a glass of water, and I'm gonna have a seat here while we wait patiently. Okay, so first of all, let me say thank you for everybody who's sitting here being part of the show. They said Russ was willing to come, but see, okay, that's not what I heard, Twinkie. What I heard was, he has a no trade clause, so he would only go to the teams that he wanted to. And what I heard was he only would lift his no trade clause for Denver. That's what I heard. Now, maybe it's differently, but I can't see him wanting to come to Washington. Let's be real here, Twinkie. Not to throw shade on Washington, but I'm going to throw shade on Washington. You guys have had 11 different starting quarterbacks since 2018. You guys, when you look at quarterbacks, for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's, they built FedEx Field on some like sacred Indian burial ground. Take it easy, Callie. Some sacred Indian ground or something like that. But there's some bad juju there when it comes to quarterbacks. Since 1995, when they opened, you look at all of the quarterbacks that have come through, and you think about Donovan McNabb, who, he was a good player. He came there. Boom. Bad things, man. Bad things. He had one more year in football after that. You think about RG3. One good year, and then that knee was messed up. Never the same. Bad things. They go for the Kirk Cousins was the wise one to get out of town, but I still think he's still got some of that bad Washington, juju on him because he still just can't seem to get right. But then you think about Alex Smith and that catastrophic injury and 19 surgeries. And then after that, you have Haskins, who you couldn't keep. He realized things were so bad, I'm just going to hang out at the strip club. I'm going to bide my time and hang out in the strip club. Has anybody heard from Haskins again? He went to Pittsburgh. That's it. Just disappeared into the ether. Then you start thinking about Heineke. Dude couldn't even get a contract with Heineken. He had to go to Budweiser. And then if we're going to really talk about it, think about Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick was on the program to start for every NFL team. And he's been to some garbage teams. Teams that ended up having, high draft pick quarterbacks and being the guy that passed the torch for them to win. That guy survived being with the Jets, Miami, and a multitude of teams. But he couldn't survive Washington. Has anybody seen Ryan Fitzpatrick since week 1? Anywhere? So if you're Russell Wilson and you see the wayside, the landscape just littered with quarterback bodies, why would you want to go there? Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny, but seriously. But most of that happens before Ron got there. The culture is changing. Is it? Is it? I believe the NFL just started an investigation of the owner just a couple of weeks ago. Am I wrong on that? Nah, dog. Bad things, man. Bad things happen when you in Washington. Bad things. But hey, if you're happy about Carson Wentz being there, believe me, I'm happy about him being there. I am ecstatic about him being there. Mark Holmes, do you think the Jaguars will be good with Doug Peterson? No. No. They got a long way to go. Eagles of America's team. Sup, y'all? What's up? Why am I getting all these Washington Eagle fans today? This is actually a cooking. This ain't football. This is cooking. In there, are my stuffed shells. But I guess we got some extra time. So back to keto. How y'all doing on keto? Jerry ain't a sweetheart. A lot of stuff. Well, Twinkie, at least he's smart enough to understand that if you have somebody that does something to the cheerleaders, you at least compensate them. As opposed to Dan Snyder, who's so cheap. Oh, it didn't happen. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Come on, man. Come on. And I'm not getting into the stories, but when they went overseas, taking passports away from the cheerleaders, come on, man. That's some stuff that you should be in jail for. Seriously, you should be in jail for that. We're going to wait 3 more minutes and then we'll check. 3 more minutes. But I'm with you, though. The story don't match up with Rich. This guy has been with the organization since since Jimmy Johnson was there. And you're going to tell me that you didn't realize you were going into the cheerleaders' locker room? I would imagine that the locker room has, key cards that you can't just accidentally just walk into there. Although maybe he's like me and he's getting dementia and lost his way. And he pulled out his cell phone because he was trying to GPS his way out. Wait a minute, I'm lost. I need a map of AT&T Stadium. Oh, that's what it was. And the cheerleaders just thought that he was taping them in the locker room. You could have said, "Oh, excuse me, ladies, I'm lost. Which way is the way out?" I think the accusations be a little bit suspect with the look at Watson of his 20 people accusing him it happened all over lead. Well, here's the thing. Let's be real here. What happens with people who are famous or people that are in the spotlight, what happens is we don't think of them as normal people. You understand what I'm saying? We don't understand and think that, they get on the toilet and they blow up the toilet, that their shit stinks. We all assume that, of course, because we put them on a pedestal, we think that they're not human. But when you take a cross-section of NFL players, it's like a cross-section of anybody else. They're a football player because that's what they do. I'm a YouTuber and a carpenter. But that doesn't mean I don't have other mental issues or problems, desires, likes, vices. Everybody does. That's why you have a Hernandez that, he's a thug and is having people killed. Okay? That's why you have a Ray Caruth whose girlfriend's pregnant and decided he's going to try and offer, because that's a cross-section of society. Cross-section society. You're going to have some people that drink too much. You got some people that might be drug addicts. You have people that are going to be geniuses. You have all kinds. And so, unfortunately, when you do become famous, you think that normal rules don't apply. That you can do anything. You can look at the Me Too movement because you can see people in power. Yeah, I get what I want. And that's not the way it should be. Does it make sense that a person who's a billionaire gets drinks bought for him all the time? He can afford them. Why are we buying all the drinks for him? Wait a minute. Jerry Jones is being sued. Stacy Schubert just sent me a message. Can somebody look that up for me? That Jerry Jones is being sued. Now, you can sue anybody for a ham sandwich these days. So yeah. But I got to definitely check that one out. Maybe that's why Jerry Jones hasn't been in the limelight. Yeah, but come on, Mark. Over 20. Oh, I'm Twinkie. What I'm saying, you're missing my point on this. I think that where there's smoke, there's fire. Think about, the pick magnet. Shit, he played for New Orleans, got a Super Bowl ring. He was on NFL Network. Dude was, good-looking man, got money, got a job on television, got a Super Bowl ring. And you figure women just fall all over him. But he was the one that was drugging. They were using hypnol and drugging women and keeping them for days in Vegas and in New Orleans. He's spending basically the rest of his life in jail. Why can't I think of his name? And you would think, being an old, ugly man like myself, and fortunately I have a wonderful wife that loves me regardless of how bad my hair is and how just scruffy I look and how much pain. I'm blessed that I have her. But if I were a single man and I saw him, this guy who's famous, who's got money, got a Super Bowl ring on television, if I'm saying he got to drug women to get him, what hope is there for the rest of us? That would be the last dude you would think need to drug him. I can guarantee you there would have been a lineup of women that would want to hang with him because of his fame and fortune. But yet that guy was drugging women. When I first heard this, I was like, nah, man. I can't remember the guy's name. But I was like, nah, man, that can't. Like, look at this dude. Why he got a drug? He crazy. Seriously. Dude's in jail for the rest of his life. It's part of the Rams lawsuit. The Rams lawsuit. Oh, he's getting sued. Okay. From the Rams moving. I thought they paid them off. I actually thought that they paid the city like $180 million or something. The NFL settled on it. So is there another case that came up? Interesting. All right, let's go check the stuff here and see if it's ready. We got to get it good and hot in the center because we want our cheese melted. I'm trying to push this a little bit because, yes, baby. Darren Sharper, that's it. It's getting close. Woo. Look at that. That's good sauce and cheese. It's got a little bit longer to go. But I don't want to take all your time, so I'm going to take one of them out just so we can taste test it. My wife let me know it was Darren Sharper. I'm going to let that cook a little longer, but you can get a taste. We can get a look at this. And I need to pull this up a little higher. Let's get you guys up here. And this is hot too. Look at that. Okay. I'm actually really hungry. So we got some of the sauce and some of the cheese. Look at that cheese sauce melting coming out of there. Oh, yeah, look. Tastes like pasta. Yep. That's good. So, this is actually a vegetarian pasta. Definitely cheesy. Look at that. Look at the cheese. This needs to cook a little bit more. Really let the cheese coagulate. So I'm gonna enjoy that. It's got a little bit of a kick from the red pepper flakes on top of it. The tomato sauce has the really good flavor to it. Homemade sauce. Lots of Italian spicing in it. You got the cheese. Oh, the cheese. Love the cheese. The cheese that's in there. It's really good. I'm trying to remember who it was that said about soaking the zucchini with a little salt for about 15 minutes. We're going to do that next time to get the moisture out. So trying some of these new things and all that, doing things a little bit differently. Definitely tastes good. Probably make a little salad to go with that. But that's what we're having for dinner tonight. So as always, this one's gone a little long. This is 50 minutes long. As always, I appreciate all y'all. And Twinkie, make sure you hit the subscribe button, buddy. Actually, Twinski, okay? Twinski. I'm just playing with the whole Twinkie, but Twinkie is better. All right, Lola. Peace. And I'll put some hot sauce on the next piece. See you guys.